Hi, my name is Alex Sobey. I'm an aerospace design engineer at NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center, and I'm here at Makers 256 to talk with Tim Heath about hackerspaces. Tim.
Yes.
So what is a hackerspace or a makerspace, and can I use those words interchangeably?
You can. Probably about 5 years ago now, hackerspaces kind of exploded in the U.S. and grew exponentially. But with that growth, some people weren't as comfortable with the stigma of the hacker term, which is unfortunate to me. But so some places will call it a makerspace now. At heart, it's the same idea. It's about a collaborative space that brings people together with tools and resources to build crazy projects.
Okay. And what type of people get involved in the makerspaces?
It's a lot of technical people, but not exclusively. So we'll have mechanical engineers and electrical engineers, science, software engineers. Interesting people come out, but we get as many spaces with as many artists, knitters, crafters, do-it-yourselfers, machine toolists, people that have a really wide variety of disciplines that they work with and they work on, and it gives them as well the chance to try other disciplines and try new stuff here. Because they have access to those people and those resources. All right.
So are they located in certain areas or cities? What's the scope of hackerspace?
Really, there's probably about over 500, last I looked at hackerspaces.org, and that's worldwide. Almost every major city has a hackerspace at this point. They're all over the U.S. You can check hackerspaces.org for your local hackerspace that may be there.
All right. And what type of projects do y'all work on? Are they group projects, individual projects?
Yeah. Both will happen. We get a lot of people that'll come in and work on an individual project, and that's a great way to kind of start out. But just because there are other people here, other people working on fun stuff, it's very common to start getting involved and say, that's a cool project. How can I help? Or I need help on my project. How can somebody else, get involved? And we have those people here that can work on projects. So naturally, you start to see collaboration and larger group projects, even between spaces. Some people have run challenges between each hackerspace where we kind of friendly competition that encourages us to try new things, including near space photography from a balloon. Okay. We had a challenge on that we called Hackerspaces in Space. A challenge on that called Hackerspaces in Space that. We tried to do it as cheaply as you can, as quickly as you can recover it, and we even got, a real picture of the curvature of the Earth. And the first year we did it, we actually took first place here at Makers Local, so that was good.
It's pretty neat. So I see a 3D printer behind us. Can you give us some information on how hackerspaces use 3D printers?
Absolutely. It seems like almost every hackerspace in the U.S. at least has a 3D printer of some type. It's a great way to take something you designed virtually and bring it to the real world for that kind of quick prototyping or just one-offs that we might do in a hackerspace. There's a lot of development out of hackerspaces, especially on the technology of 3D printers, which is kind of exciting. So the tools that go back into building 3D printers and stuff and other mills, a lot of that comes out of hackerspaces now.
That's pretty neat. So NASA gets involved all the time with universities and with small businesses. How can NASA better collaborate with hackerspaces?
Well, I'd say there's two major ways. First, I would encourage the individuals to get involved. We're more than open to new members, and people from NASA, employees and such, can come and can get involved with their local hackerspace. And equally, the organization of hackerspaces and the organization within NASA can do a lot to collaborate. When we can get access to new materials and new resources that we didn't have, and in the same way, NASA can get from us we can bring new ideas and new ways of doing stuff back into it that kind of benefit the community and open source stuff.
Okay. So for our challenge, we're asking, hackerspaces to repurpose some of this food containers that we send up to the ISS. There's a bunch of different types here, and we would like to know how hackerspaces repurpose things. I see a ton of different materials, tools, and just computers that have been repurposed around the shop. How do you repurpose things?
A lot of hackerspaces do a lot to repurpose material. It's part of it is the monetary usefulness, that we don't have deep pockets, we don't have a lot of money to invest in stuff. So whatever we can scrounge, we can find, we can build up from those materials. We're all about that, and that's, so it gets interesting to see what you can make out of stuff sometimes, including material I've seen spaces work on the technologies to like recycle plastics into 3D printers. So those kind of technologies are there and are being worked on.
That's great. So thanks for showing us your shop. How can people out there get involved with makerspaces?
Well, I would encourage them to go to hackerspaces.org. That site does a great job of listing, active hackerspaces all over the world. And you can find out more about us at makerslocal.org. We love helping people if we can.
You can find out more about HELIOS Challenge at our website. Look out for more videos to come.